All right. So now we are almost streaming. Still sending it to YouTube.
Okay.
Let me make sure that we're all right. Now we're good.
Okay. So welcome in one and all. As always, we're honored to have an opportunity to spend time with all of you that are part of our precious community, whether you've been here a long time or you're just sort of discovering the us and the work that we're bringing to the world here. And we have a really special 2-day experience that's prepared for you. And we're going to be having an amazing experience, healing, of course, activating, of course, deep clearing, of course, on each day here. And we'll talk about all of that. But we really wanted to start off our time together with a question because we're going to allow this question to start to kind of bring up stuff in you that you're ready to clear today when we get to our sort of healing experience part. So, what if the overwhelm, exhaustion, or possibly fear that you may be carrying isn't personal? What if it's ancestral? What if it's collective? We know it's energetic, right? All things are an energy or frequency. But what if wherever it's coming from, however you're carrying it, you could finally release it? What if the part of you that's been bracing for impact, trying to hold everything together, was never meant to do that alone? You didn't come here to live in survival mode. You came to remember your sovereignty. So today, we begin the process of untangling those old frequencies to help you to return to your original energetic blueprint, one of safety, receptivity, and divine alignment.
Yes. And if you're feeling that being in survival mode and that overwhelm and that exhaustion and fear, you're not behind and you're not broken. You're awakening on a cellular and a soul level to something that's deeper and something that's true. So today is not about trying harder. How often do we get in that cycle of if we try harder, we can do better? Today is not about that. It's about letting go of what no longer serves so that you can receive what has always been yours. You'll experience deep energetic clearing today. As you guys know, we always do. You're going to connect with your divine shadow in the journey that we're going to take you guys on today and begin to retrieve the wisdom that your soul has been carrying all along, that you may not have touched into because it's underneath trauma or overwhelm. So we'll do this not with force, but with love and with the help of something extraordinary, which are sacred light technologies. So, what are sacred light technologies? Just in case you don't know.
Always good to cover that here. Um, and of course, wanting you to have somewhat of an understanding or awareness of what these are to touch in with, since we're going to be really working with these technologies, some really specific technologies for all of the healing and clearing and activation work that we're doing today. So, sacred light technologies are spiritual technologies. They're intelligent, energetic systems from higher realms, those higher multidimensional realms of light, of love, and divine intelligence. And they act as multidimensional tools, if you will, to carry out different tasks, to support us in different ways on our journey where we need it, like clearing trauma, distorted frequencies, survival-based patterns, like what we're going to be really focusing on here together today. They act as tools to help us to filter out and remove emotional residues or energetic interference from our energy systems and all the way down to the cellular level. They are tools that that often act as activators, activating higher codes, cellular memory, and divine instruction sort of sets or codes, those higher codes. They help us anchor new frequencies into all that we are in really tangible, effective ways in all of the parts and aspects of who we are as a divine and physical being. Right? They carry out tasks like amplifying other healing tools that you may be working with, and that you all here probably know that we work with and have created. And many of you here are practitioners of some of these other modalities that hold these tools, like energetic allergy healing, sacred soul alignment, and of course, sacred light modality as well. They work amazing when we partner them up with these tools, working together, technologies and tools. They are energetic tools that provide some of the most powerful, profound protection for our physical body and our energetic systems. And they also are so good, and I want to say fun also, to work with, to create healing containers of all kinds to help us with whatever it is that we're working on in our lives, whether it's to amplify healing that we're doing, to help us to process and integrate the energetic codes and frequencies that we're bringing in, or to really anchor and amplify that transmission of our intentions for co-creation work or manifestation work. There's so many different things that we can do with these technologies. But these tools, these technologies aren't something that we've invented, but there's something that we've received. So they come through direct downloads from source, light councils, ascended beings, star families, and also we've had the awareness that a lot of these technologies come through our divine aspects, right? Those divine parts of ourselves through our own source connection. Sometimes they arrive as a visual, come in as these energetic blueprints or frequencies, and each one comes with a precise instruction or instructions. Some of them work in multiple ways, and they serve us with specific functions.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty fun when we receive a new technology. So you can think of them kind of like a combination of a spiritual surgical tool, which works to remove trauma, dense trapped emotions, and dense frequencies, extracting imprints of trauma that may not be ours, even from our cellular memory, from our DNA, severing hooks, cords, and attachments to people, places, and energies that are not beneficial for us. And also as an energetic app, like the apps on our phones and our computers. Each one is running a specific frequency to upgrade your system. And also a living light intelligence. These technologies have source intelligence. They're not a being, of course, but they're pure source aligned energy systems with structure and with very specific purposes. They're not conceptual. They're alive with divine instruction. They have a source intelligence within them. And they're designed to work in harmony with your higher self and your soul, your own unique soul blueprint. So they're going to work uniquely for each person for exactly what you need, meeting you where you are. And your system knows exactly how to receive and to use them. These technologies are here now because we're ready for them. We started receiving technologies way back in 2017. We taught our first Co-Creating Miracles class with, I think we had 8 or 9 technologies in 2018, and nobody knew what technologies were. We had to really go deep into trying to explain to people what is a technology. Nobody was using that term back then. And here we are almost 8 years later, and we have we have almost 50 sacred light technologies now that have come in for us. And they're showing up faster because humanity is ready for them. Yeah. They're accelerating our healing. They're supporting a new level of integration with the technologies. We're able to receive and hold and anchor more healing. Since we've been working with technologies, we have, and especially the more technologies come in to help us with this, we have experienced that we're able to send more healing to people than we used to, vastly more healing than we used to be able to, and ourselves too. And they allow us to hold more light, to hold higher frequencies, really supporting a level of embodiment that was not available to us even a few years ago.
Yeah, so we love working with these technologies. As Elysia said, we love receiving these technologies. It almost feels like a kid in a candy shop or, playing on a playground, right? It's like, oh, what is this one coming in for? What do we get to use this for? How is it going to serve us, And then we start to play with it and go, we're in that sort of discovery mode with these technologies. And we're always amazed at what they bring, that the tangible healing, tangible results that they bring to all that we do. So we're going to be sharing quite a few of these as we move through these 2 days together. Information about the ones that we're specifically working with also in our healing experiences that you're here for. So let's give you a little bit more of a preview of what you are receiving today. So we're going to begin with a short teaching on the energetics of survival, what that is, how it embeds itself in the system, why it's so persistent. Then we're going to guide you through a transformational journey using, of course, these a specific set or handful of sacred light technologies. We're going to be working to clear adrenal overdrive and sort of energetic armor, release trauma inherited patterns, and enter the below realm to meet and retrieve the wisdom of your divine shadow, right? To recalibrate also your nervous system and anchor safety, balance, and joy. So this is all what we're doing here in day one. This is the beginning of your return that is being offered to you by being here with us. So there's a reason you're here. You have something specific that's coming your way, and that's going to vary from individual to individual. And you're not just here just for healing, you're here to receive. And we're so excited to see what that looks like for all of you by the time we're done with our experience tomorrow. So let's go ahead and dive in. We're going to start just by taking a little closer look at those energetics of survival patterns. We often think of survival energy as something that only kicks in during big life events like a crisis or something that's just feels so big, so hard, so challenging that we interpret that or understand that as trauma, like next level stress, right? That overwhelms our systems, like kind of all that we are, right? As emotional beings, spiritual beings, physical beings, mental beings. But for many of us, survival isn't a moment, it's a default setting. It can show up as chronic anxiety or hypervigilance, that feeling like you can never rest or just let go, right? Always needing to be in control is another way that that shows up. Over responsibility, caretaking, or managing others' emotions. Patterns of overworking, like burning out and still feeling unsafe. These aren't flaws. As Alicia said earlier, we're not broken when we feel these things or experiencing these things. There's strategies that for us worked at some point for survival, right? Often inherited from our families, cultures, and lineages. But just because they were once necessary doesn't mean we need them now. And if your system is still running those frequencies, which really we all are running at least, some of those frequencies, and some of us are running a lot of those frequencies and are really stuck in those frequencies. But it's not because you're doing something wrong. Again, it's because your body is waiting for permission to turn them off.
Hmm. Yeah. I bet this is resonating with so many people right now. And I love that you guys are sharing in the comments too, that you can really feel the energy moving, because that's what happens when we start speaking. We're literally transmitting the energies already. So love that you guys are having that awareness. So these patterns, they live in our nervous system, in our energy field, in our subtle bodies. And they show up as stuckness, inflammation, pain, adrenal burnout, brain fog, fatigue. They're not always loud, but they are heavy. And they create a kind of energetic armor that makes it hard to receive, whether that's receiving rest or giving yourself permission to rest, receiving abundance, love, connection, or even healing. But the good news is they're not permanent, and you don't have to chip away at them for years. Today, you're going to experience how quickly these patterns can begin to release when we bring in the right frequencies and the right tools.
Yeah, and this truly is where sacred light technologies shine. They don't just help us manage stress, they help us dissolve the energetic programming that causes it. So, before we begin the healing journey, we're going to introduce you to some of the technologies that we're working with today so that you can connect more deeply with what's supporting your transformation. So, today we're going to be working with Sacred Light Open, one of our favorite uh, tools that's part of Co-Creating Miracles of Sacred Light, our level 1 course. And this is a collection of technologies, actually, and combined healing tools across our modalities to open the field, right? Open your energy field, um, ground and anchor you, connect you with your higher self and source so that your body and field are fully ready to receive the healing. And it also begins that process of support with the integration that begins to happen when you're doing healing work. We're also going to be working specifically with the Sacred Light Healing Cocoon, which creates a really optimal healing environment, beautiful, supportive healing environment. So many people that have experienced this particular technology have shared feeling that really sort of loving and gentle support in their field that they didn't feel before. So it'll be interesting to see your different experiences here. So we're going to work with the cocoon, which you can also think of as an energetic chamber, like around you to hold and amplify the healing that we're doing together. We're going to also work with Sacred Light Divine Protections as a high level, intelligent shield that protects your system from interference and helps your field feel safe during deep clearing. Okay, well, that's how we're using it today. And Sacred Light Cosmic Black Crystal, another layer of protection we're working with today that anchors grounding, stabilization, brings through protection through black crystal frequencies like obsidian, shungite, tourmaline, while absorbing and transmuting fear and density from your energetic field. We're also going to work with the sacred light filter, which clears surface emotional residue and energetic debris like anxiety, overwhelm, and overstimulation. So we can begin kind of that deeper clearing work and that in our experience today. We're also going to be working with sacred light vacuum, which scans your field almost like a cosmic sweeper and pulls out lingering density, old thought loops, survival-based debris from your energetic system. We're also going to work with the sacred light extractor, which acts like a precise sort of energetic tweezers, removing trauma imprints, parasitic energies, or embedded fear-based frequencies from your system. We're also going to work with, we have quite a few planned for you today, all bringing different aspects of healing and activation to you on all levels, with our focus today of clearing out survival patterns and the different kind of roots or core patterns that go with that. So sacred light excavation technology is another one we're going to be working with to break up hardened survival patterns and beliefs like I have to do it all alone or I can't rest, clearing them at that root level. Also, another powerful clearing technology and can do really big jobs as well is sacred light turbine, which clears ancestral survival programming and trauma by pulling those dense sort of cords, which we kind of visually see as webbing from your lineage and energy field. And Alicia's going to share a few more too that we're working with today.
And there's more. We're also working with Sacred Light Disconnect. This technology works to release cords and emotional entanglements with experiences or identities that are attached to your system. We're going to be really disconnecting from those patterns of survival, overwhelm, fear. Sacred Light Scythe cuts outdated contracts and karmic entanglements. We're going to be working with that for those same patterns as well. Sacred Light Divine Shadow, we're going to be going on a short little journey using this technology to take you into the shadow realm, and then working with many of these other technologies to work with what we uncover there. This is a technology that's really, really special to me, particularly the way that this came through for me. A lot of you guys know that story. It involves my brother who had just passed away before I received this. He played a big part in this for me. Sacred Light Divine Shadow opens a sacred portal to the below so you can meet, heal, and integrate the part of you that, for today's purpose, held the energy of survival, struggle, and overwhelm, all of those patterns we're working with today. Also, we're working with Sacred Light Distortion Sensor. This is a newer technology. This is going to help us reveal subtle interferences and hidden energies. Sacred Light Ultrasonic Shield. This is also really new. It's an adaptive shield that filters interference while keeping your heart open. Sacred Light Vault. This handful that I'm sharing right here, these are all brand new. I don't think we've used these with a group publicly yet at all. Sacred Light Vault really locks away the energies that are being cleared that might have a propensity to return. So it locks those away so that they can't come back and reattach. Sacred Light Repair is going to work to rebuild and restore your energetic system from the inside out. So those four are brand new. And then we're also working with Sacred Light Divine Balance. This is working to harmonize your nervous system, your chakras, your energy field, all parts and aspects of you, so that you can integrate the healing with stability and clarity. And then a couple of our really favorites for bringing in that super high vibrational positive energy, Sacred Light Joy of Life, reconnecting you with your cellular memory of joy so that you can begin anchoring joy in your life. And Sacred Light Golden Orb of Protection. This is a radiant, permeable layer of Christ light that protects and magnetizes high frequency experiences to you as you're integrating the work that we're doing over the next couple of days. And then we anchor everything always with a tool called Sacred Light Close. This has multiple different tools within it to anchor in all of the healing, helping you process and integrate it, and continues working to clear any residue or distortion from your system as you're processing and integrating the healing. So that's a lot, but it's going to be combined into just a beautiful packet of energy. And if you officially registered for this event, you're going to also get the audio of today's healing and tomorrow's healing that you can download and keep for yourself. We don't normally do that, but we are giving that as a gift to those of you who officially registered. And if you didn't officially register, just let us know in the comments, and we will share that link for you to sign up so you can get the replays and those recordings. If you're here with us on Zoom, you probably did register, although I think Emily might have sent the Zoom link out this morning to a few people. So, but let us know in the comments, and after we're done here, we'll get you that link.
Good. So I think we're ready for
Okay.
our experience.
And you just got really quiet, a lot quieter to me.
Well, you also got kind of like you sounded like you entered into a can, like something changed with the sound, like just as you were talking maybe a couple sentences ago. And I was
Weird.
wondering if that was just me. Did anybody else hear any weird sound changes?
No change here. Okay, before we,
Yeah, it got really sharp, Lark. That's a good way of saying that. Your voice got sharp all of a sudden.
oh, well, I somehow switched over to
Oh, yeah, yeah.
my ads instead of my
Oh, that's better.
phone.
Okay, good. Do I sound better to you now that you did that, Alicia?
You do. That's weird because it didn't change my speaker, but I'm
Okay.
glad you said something because
Okay.
I'm just going to actually take my AirPods out in case that happens again.
Okay. All right.
And hold on, I have
Good.
to switch to my speakers. Okay.
We want our sound to stay nice for all of you as best we can.
Yeah, we want our recordings to be the best they possibly can be. So,
Okay. And especially for this part, because now we're going to go into the healing experience, right? So we're going to be recording this separately. So this is the piece that Alicia said. If you've registered, you will get in an email so that you can repeat it and really allow everything to continue to kind of settle into deeper and deeper levels and layers within your energy field.
okay, a couple people are saying that we sound echoey and you
Oh, shoot.
sound quieter. So let me put my, sorry for the extra time, but we want to provide you guys with the best possible experience. Let me look at the audio here. So
Huh.
people are saying that you sound
Quieter
good.
now? Oh,
Let's bring in all the technologies to work on this.
yeah. All right.
Okay, I sound echoey.
Yeah. I think the room is contributing, but that's okay. We might not be able to do anything about that today, unless the sound changed, and that's odd.
Yeah, did the sound change? I mean, I could quickly move into another room if you guys think it's really echoey.
I feel like it's okay now.
Okay. Because I can't hear myself, obviously.
All right, we're getting enough of sounds fine and not bad. So let's go ahead and move through.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
perfect. So I'm going to record this separately. And then Alicia is going to start us off with a connection meditation to help you really get in your body, get grounded. Okay, so let's see here. And hold on one second. There we go. Okay.
All right. Good. So just taking a moment to get comfortable, settling into your body, bringing all of your awareness into the present moment, and just relax, closing your eyes, allowing yourself to land right here, right now, and just allowing your body to relax even more, and placing your focus and awareness onto your heart, and just breathe, allowing your breath to slow and deepen, breathing as if you're breathing directly from your heart, allowing your inhale and exhale to slow to about a count of 5. Inhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just continuing this long, slow, deep breath through your heart as you bring your awareness to the energy of compassion. Compassion is one of the highest frequencies that we can access. It's also one of the building blocks of creation. We invite you to see, sense, feel, or imagine the energy of compassion as a beautiful pink light surrounding you. And as you breathe through your heart, just using your intention to breathe that pink light of compassion into your heart, allowing this energy to fill and expand your heart. Allowing the energy of compassion to expand into every cell of your body. And just feeling the cells of your body vibrating with the frequency of compassion. And with your focus and awareness on your heart, feeling into the heart-to-heart connection between your heart and the heart of Gaia, and the heart-to-heart connection between your heart and the heart of creation, or pure source energy. Noticing the beautiful golden light in the heart of Gaia and the glorious iridescent light in the heart of creation. And with your next breath, simultaneously begin to breathe this golden light from Gaia and iridescent light from the heart of creation into your heart. And as you breathe these energies into your heart, allowing the golden light from Gaia and iridescent light from the heart of creation to merge with the pink light of compassion, creating a beautiful iridescent rose gold light, allowing this light to expand your heart even more. Allowing this light to fill all the cells of your body, expanding beyond your physical body, filling your entire toroidal field, your entire energy field, creating a beautiful iridescent rose gold ball of light that you are in the center of. And just taking a moment here to notice how loved, nurtured, safe, and protected you are in this space. And as you continue breathing through your heart, just imagining the beautiful iridescent light flowing down from the heart of creation, connecting you with the energy of all that is, with potential, with possibility, with pure source energy, allowing this energy to move through your entire body and being and traveling all the way down into the heart of Gaia. And imagining the beautiful golden light in the heart of Gaia flowing up, connecting you with the infinite wisdom, wealth, knowledge, and abundance that Gaia holds, coming all the way up through your entire body and being, and traveling all the way up into the heart of creation. And as these energies flow in, through, and around you, just witnessing the beautiful ball of light that you are in expanding with every breath you take. Now we invite you to feel into the heart-to-heart connection between your human aspect and your divine aspect. This is the highest aspect of your soul that's guiding you through your human experience. And with your next breath, allowing your human aspect to merge with your divine aspect. And as you merge with your divine aspect, feeling yourself expanding into all of this light surrounding you, feeling yourself expanding infinitely, all the way into the heart of creation, all the way into the quantum field where all potential and possibility exists. And as we move into this healing, just staying in your heart, breathing through your heart, just staying connected to that energy of all that is. And we'll begin here on this journey by just setting our space, just really connecting and staying connected with the rhythm of your breath, knowing that you're safe, you're supported, and you're held. We're going to call in Sacred Light Open here and Divine Love and Light, create or change it. This is opening your field for the healing that's to come, activating that divine protection, just allowing the field around you begin to soften.
Good. Now we're going to deepen and fortify the sacred healing container that's already been set in place here through this meditation process and Sacred Light Open. Also installing, activating, and anchoring Sacred Light Intention Alignment technology. Technology we use all the time in our container sort of setup. Sacred Light Purify and Protect. Sacred Light Divine Protection. Sacred Light Ultrasonic Shield. Sacred Light Cosmic Black Crystal. Just allowing these to sort of layer in around you, creating a protected, really strong container of support for your healing today. Allowing these technologies to already begin clearing what's coming up within you that's ready as you join us here for this event. Good. Next, we're bringing in, layering in the Sacred Light Healing Cocoon. Just so you may feel this coming in more closely around your body, creating that optimal healing environment for each of you individually within our larger container. Also actively working with Sacred Light Vault to safely release and lock away heavy, outdated energies that are being cleared for you individually and collectively. Good. You may feel your body relax more fully. You may find yourself settling into a deeper stillness with the level of support this container is bringing to you now.
Good. So now we're going to bring in some technologies to go deeper with the clearing, allowing us to reach even deeper layers of this patterning that we're working with. So in Divine Love and Light, activating the Sacred Light Distortion Sensor. This is working to really reveal the distortion that is within and around you, allowing all of these technologies to begin clearing those distortion frequencies. Also in Divine Love and Light, activating and anchoring the Sacred Light Filter, working to clear and filter out the energies of anxiety, emotional static, overstimulation, those patterns of survival. Also in divine love and light, activating the sacred light vacuum. This is coming in to vacuum out the energetic debris, the emotions, the thought forms, and residue from survival patterns and overwhelm that you may be experiencing.
Good. And going even deeper here now into embedded survival programming, the beliefs, the trauma, the ancestral threads that have kept your system in overdrive, overwhelm, exhaustion, fear, overwhelming stress, really getting to those core components for survival patterns for each of you individually. Calling in, activating sacred light extractor, pulling, removing trauma imprints and parasitic energies from the nervous system and subtle bodies. Sacred light excavation technology, bringing this in to loosen and remove long-held belief systems that have been rooted in fear, burden, and control. Good. Calling in sacred light turbine technology to really work deeply into that ancestral webbing, those sticky threads of inherited fear and responsibility off of your system, including your nervous system, energetic systems, nervous system. Calling in sacred light disconnect to release emotional entanglements and roles that are no longer serving you, that are keeping you stuck in these patterns or recreating like experience after experience possibly that hold these patterns. Calling in sacred light scythe to cut those cords, those outdated soul contracts that are keeping you tied to suffering or self-sacrifice. Good.
Good. So now we're going to go on a journey into the below to meet the part of you that has held the energy of struggle, of survival, of overwhelm, fear. So I'm going to start by bringing in and activating the sacred light divine shadow. So calling this in now, divine love and light. Interchange it and just feel this technology beginning to open a portal for you. And as this is working, we invite you to imagine or visualize a large ancient tree in front of you. Within its bark, you see or sense an opening, perhaps a knot, a portal, or even a doorway. Notice that you're being gently guided towards it. And just step forward, trusting that you are safe and supported by your divine aspect and your divine team. Allowing yourself to go into this opening or portal. And as you pass through the opening, it may feel like a membrane, almost passing through water or silk. This is the energetic layer that separates your consciousness and your awareness from the deeper wisdom of your shadow. This is allowing you to access the inner sanctum of yourself and the shadow aspect that we're working with today. The shadow aspect of you that has experienced or is holding struggle, overwhelm, exhaustion, and fear. And as you meet yourself here, just noticing that this place feels familiar. You may see, feel, or imagine a wise version of you. allowing yourself to connect with this version of you. This is the aspect of you that previously experienced struggle, perhaps profound struggle, and survival issues, being stuck in survival patterns of overwhelm and fear, the trauma of which has now been dissolved. And this aspect in front of you holds the wisdom of those experiences without the trauma. As you connect with this aspect of yourself, ask how you can allow more peace and ease into your life. Allow this part of you to communicate, possibly without words, possibly in an ancient language, or with their hands, with symbols or codes, frequencies, or telepathically. You may see or feel this aspect as just an energy signature, like a silhouette in the form of energy rather than physical. Just allow whatever the experience you're having, knowing it's perfect and right for you. Allowing the lessons from this aspect of you to integrate. We're going to work with some technologies here to really clear these patterns that you're still holding. The shadow, Sacred Light Divine Shadow, is working here to clear and integrate the wisdom and lessons from this aspect and any trauma that may be residual that you yourself are holding. Divine Love and Light activating Sacred Light Repair. This is working to rebuild and restore your system from these experiences and these patterns. And just taking a moment to connect with all of the technologies that have already been activated, that are working within and around you and in your field. Just bringing awareness to any survival patterns that you're holding on to still, any overwhelm, any fear. And just taking a couple of deep breaths here, allowing these patterns, these frequencies, these experiences to dissolve with each exhale. You may have awareness of some of the specific technologies that are working, or you may just notice that you're feeling lighter. Good. Now bringing in Sacred Light Divine Balance, really restoring harmony to your nervous system, to all parts and aspects of your being. Activating Sacred Light Joy of Life, activating those cellular memories of joy, of wholeness, of receptivity. And calling in Sacred Light Golden Orb of Protection. Sealing in all of this healing. And before we close and anchor the healing, just taking one moment longer to connect with that aspect of you that holds that wisdom, inviting it to integrate with you. If now is the time for that. Feeling yourself lighter and freer, more peaceful. And now finding your way back through that portal, the way you came in. back in your current surroundings, returning with all of the lessons and wisdom, clear and free from these patterns, these emotions, and these traumas that have cleared. Running sacred light close here to anchor everything in, releasing any final remnants that may be in your field and divine love and light, greater change it. Good.
And taking another deep breath, just allow your awareness to return slowly to the room, filling your body, your breath, and the lightness in your field. You can take a moment to thank this sacred part of you that showed up for you today, welcoming this healed aspect of self, or could be multiple aspects of self, back in for that full integration, for wholeness. Beautiful. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes. Before we move forward here too, I just want to share, while you're kind of coming back and maybe wiggling your toes or moving your head around to help you come back to us here. Another one of the technologies that was really kind of loud in here that I don't think we got to share about is the Sacred Light Ruby, which is a technology that helps you connect to your ancestral Akash or records and identify your true self. And we use it, it can be used on its own and also within healing containers. So it's really a part of this for all of you here as well, to help with that aspect, right? Providing that generational healing, or healing of generational trauma, distorted beliefs regarding or connected to everything that's clearing here for these survival patterns, these fear patterns, stress patterns, over responsibility patterns, really clearing that on that within that ancestral Akash. So a lot of beautiful supportive healing has come through for you here. And we're complete for our healing experience today.
Beautiful. And I can't tell if you stopped the recording on your end or
Oh,
not.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Good
just couldn't
question.
tell.
I should have said. Yeah.
Good.
You're already beginning to share some of your experiences here. So we really appreciate that. It's inspiring for us. And it's also inspiring for everyone who's present here today. So, and why don't you?
Yes, please share how you're feeling. Catherine says, amazing. So needed this. Thank you and blessing. When you can turn your head to the right with ease now? That's amazing. Beautiful integration. Dana, I felt something big shift in my field. Thank you so much. I love that. That was amazing, says Joy. Cheryl says, felt releases and peace, wanted to stay there longer. Thank you, feeling my nervous system more gentle, less tense. Yay, Liz says, that was amazing. Sherry says, that was amazing. Olivia went very deep. Paige says, wow, that was incredible. Thank you so much. Wilma, interesting. I could visualize the tree and stepping through the opening, but that was it. I couldn't see or hear anything for the rest of the journey. Oftentimes, especially when we're doing shadow work, it comes in energetically. And depending on what it might be unconsciously triggering for you that's clearing, you may not have visuals the same way that you do for other things. So that's very normal. And it doesn't mean that you weren't receiving something deep. Mimi didn't sleep much last night, slept through this, woke up to see dimensional hearts. Oh, I love it. We'll re-listen. Feels so expansive, yawning. Yay.
Tracy says incredible release of pain in shoulder and neck. So there's a little sort of thread there, maybe. Wind feeling that in her neck. Tracy also. So thank you for sharing that. Shifting energy through heart into back. Okay, beautiful. Yeah.
Wow, Sarah, that's a very intense journey you went on there. In the shadow, there were spikes and piranhas attacking me. I used my voice to yell stop, and everything got paralyzed. And then it turned into a calm beach, and my friends came, and I gave birth to what looks like a giant fish. That is a very
Vivid
intense
visual.
journey.
Yeah.
Jen's still yawning. Tracy releasing. Oh, you read that, releasing pain in my shoulder. Yay.
Well, Paige says, I saw the extractor pulling out all of these long, bright red strands of anger,
Mm,
leaving, as well as navy strands of other energy. Wow.
wow.
Joy says, my shadow self was this beautiful, bright light. She joined in. It felt wonderful. I love that. Good. Sherry for release and portal. No pain whatsoever. There's more to release as hip remains sore. I will re-listen. Okay, good. Teresa, I started shifting. I think that's shifting maybe last night. And deep peace now. Started something. Oh, it started. Yeah. I love these healings. Thank you. You're so welcome. So glad you're here with us. Good. Wow, lots of great comments. They just keep coming in. Oh, someone else saying too about shoulder pain. Oh, wait, no, that's wind. That's wind. Okay. Well, very good.
Yeah, I'm still looking at I'm trying to copy these, but I guess I'll get the chat.
Oh, Kathleen,
I'll download the
lots of
chat.
yawning and sobbing. So some really deep release in
Mm.
their coughing too. Oh, you're so welcome. Does that sound like something to say you're so welcome to? Sobbing, coughing. Yes. So see, we understand, right? That the deep release that represents the old
Yeah.
ones that were just like right there and kind of bubbling up to be released, and we release through yawns. That's why you see us yawning all the time. Those of you that might not be familiar with our work, we're clearing, we're working with our breath to release what's leaving our energy.
Hmm.
Tears are another way we do that. Coughs are another way. Some people burp. Some people's bodies move, in ways that they don't have control over. We know quite a few of you here that have that experience as you're clearing really deep um, frequencies, energies, distortions. So yeah, but it sounds so funny sometimes to be like, oh, that's so wonderful, sobbing and coughing, right?
We always love it when we cry during or after a healing. So as you're going to still be processing and integrating, so just take care of yourself tonight, rest, hydrate, um, go for a walk outside if you can,
Mhm.
journal, if that resonates with you.
Yeah, or for those of you that have the different versions of our connection meditations, you can kind of walk yourself through that process again, or listen to a recording that has that. It's just wherever you need that kind of deep kind of reconnection. If you feel like you've become ungrounded again or out of your body, which can happen, right, as we are releasing old wounds. So because they hold triggers, right? Which some of us, our response to stress triggers or trauma triggers is to kind of jump outside of our body, and then we're unstable, and um, we don't feel our best that way. So if that's happening, these technologies are really, really good at kind of negating that as an experience, right? Becoming ungrounded, becoming unstable. They're amazing stabilizers. Um, so we find that kind of extreme experience, right? Jumping out of your body and feeling so ungrounded happens so much less for people today. And we love, love, love that. But if sometimes still when really deep traumas, when especially when we hold a lot of complex trauma, that we can still have that experience from time to time. So then it's good just to come back to your breath, come back to focusing on your heart, come back to whatever it is that helps you feel grounded again, right? So that varies for everyone, but just keep that in mind.
Mhm. So tomorrow we're stepping into day 2. We're going to be doing a lot of activating work with the technologies, opening the doorway to more abundance and sacred co-creation.
Yeah, so as we close today, we do want to also, share those of you that want to kind of stay with us for a few more minutes here. We want to share how really what we've experienced today is just a preview, right? It's a touch in, it's a glimpse, if you will, of what's possible when we work with sacred light technologies. And of course, our favorite thing is not just to do group healings like this, which we also love. But our favorite thing is to pass these tools, these technologies on to those that feel called to them, right? To those that feel that resonance and are like, ooh, I want more, right? And I want to work with these tools in my own life, whether it's just for yourself, maybe family members. Some people use these types of technologies and healing tools that we offer across the modalities for their pets, even for the planet, for planetary healing, collective healing. There's so much that different individuals, light workers, are doing, right, to really support the all, right?
Mhm.
So these technologies are amazing for that. And we are opening the doors and announcing that right here as well to our Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light levels 1, and actually also our brand new level 2. And we're going to be teaching them live directly from that vortex, this vortex, the vortexes at Mount Shasta, where they're really powered up. So many of you know this already that have been with us for a while, but for those of you that might be new here, many of these technologies actually came in for us throughout our many sort of journeys to Mount Shasta, and that's where they've continued to come in for us every year. And we're about to head back to Shasta here in just a few weeks. And we're going to be teaching both of these courses live in that energy of Shasta, live streaming from there. So we want to
Mhm.
open those doors and invite those of you in who feel that calling and would like to work with these in your daily life.
Yeah, we're pretty excited to be teaching level 1 for the first time in 2 years live again, over 2 days, August 18th and 19th, in Shasta. We're really excited about that. There's a handful of people that are joining us in person for that are also attending the retreat that we're doing directly following teaching level 1. But everyone else will be joining us virtually online. I just put the link in the chat on Zoom if you're here to take a look at that. Um, so this is a really, really immersive 2-day experience. And in level 1, if you haven't come through, if you're new to Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light, this is where you want to start, is with level 1. This includes a lot of powerful activations and attunements to all of the technologies that really prepare your entire system to hold higher frequencies. Really important work that is done in level 1. We pass on over 20 sacred light technologies in this class that really go deep into clearing density and trauma and distortion at the root, recalibrate your system to true frequencies, the frequencies that are true to our soul: freedom, abundance, wholeness. And through this class, you really get a full energetic upgrade. And you become attuned really to your highest potential. So we're teaching this live over 2 days. When you register, you get actually immediate access to the full course. So you can get started right away and begin working with these tools right away. And then join us live on the 18th and 19th if you're able to. And then we'll also be going all around different places on and around Mount Shasta to do the attunements for these technologies. So we're not able to live stream in those places. So those you'll be receiving those as video recordings with the video of the place that we're in and the attunements that we're giving in those various places.
There'll be an audio version of that too, right?
Yeah.
So it's easy to
Video and audio, yeah, but we like to give you the visual of where we're, the location that we're at.
Yeah, because it really helps you connect with the energy there, and it makes it really special. So, yeah, we're doing this in just a few weeks, and we don't when we hand these technologies over, we don't just hand them to you as tools. They are tools, right? But we also prepare you to work with them, right? To integrate them into your healing practice, no matter what that looks like. So, um, that's part of what you get when you come to join us for this as well. And you begin, as all things, I think Alicia might have mentioned this already, with upgrading your energy system. So that's a big part of the work that we do. And that's a big part of the technologies and what they do. So that attunement that you receive for each technology is bringing really needed upgrades to your energy systems where you need it to be able to hold that particular energetic structure of each technology. So every time you receive an attunement, you receive a new technology. Again, it's not just a tool, it's also like an evolutionary step for yourself in a sense, right? Upgrading your operating system, bringing in the codes, bringing in whatever it is that you need to really anchor that light energy structure, right? So it's phenomenal. It's really, they're tools, but they're also spiritual advancement, you know?
I mean, that's their real purpose, right? We're using them as tools in our daily lives, us for ourselves and our families and our clients. Our practitioners are using them in all different ways. But first and foremost, they start with upgrading us so that we can go out and do this work, so that we can live more fully in our purpose.
Yeah. And we're going to talk about
And
that a little bit more tomorrow too. So
yeah,
expand
yeah.
on that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that more tomorrow. But when you get attuned to these technologies, one of our students who came through our very first class in 2018, when we only passed on a handful of technologies at that time. She's come through again, with the new technologies as well. But way back then, she said the attunements are so next level. They have accelerated my work times 100, and my life has completely revolutionized since doing this course. And she's also Sabrina is her name. She said that she felt like she became the technologies, and that's what happens because they're living in your energy field, and they're working for you all the time when you're attuned to them.
Mhm.
um so we're just sharing today that the doors to level 1 and level 2 are open. We wanted to touch a little bit more today on level 1. For those of you who are new to co-creating miracles with sacred light, that's where you want to start. You can either just come through level 1, or we also have a special bundle with level 1 and level 2. And you'll get immediate access to level 1 and basically half of level 2 that we taught last year, called the expansion. We've that's since doubled, or more than doubled in size, and it's become level 2. And we're teaching that new level 2 material from our in-person retreat on the 23rd and 24th. And then, of course, we're doing the attunements during the retreat all over on and around Mount Shasta. So you can join us just for level 1. We have payment plans. We have a 6-month payment plan, and we have payment plans through 2 companies called Klarna and Afterpay, where you can pay. I think the payments for level 1 start at $83 a month through Klarna or Afterpay. And for the bundle of level 1 and 2, you save $1,300 off of purchasing them individually at the full price. I think those payments with Klarna and Afterpay start at $140 a month. You can see all the details on the registration page, and I'll put the link to level 2 in the comments as well. Susan, was I tuned to these during the 9-month immersion that you finished in the spring? So no, Susan, those were Sacred Soul alignments. And Sacred Soul alignments work so beautifully with Sacred Light Technologies. They're such an amazing combination. You would really love this class and love using alignments with the technologies.
Yeah, and that's true for all of you who have trainings, courses that are not this, but maybe they're energetic allergy healing tools, and courses, sacred soul alignment tools, and also sacred soul symbols. We work with all of these together in really all that we create in Sacred Light together, for instance, but they work beautifully with everything you have, and even other tools you may have that have nothing to do with me or Alicia, right? From other
Right. You can use,
modalities.
yeah, exactly. You can
So
use the
many of you,
technologies with,
yeah,
any other modality.
so many of you have a lot of different types of trainings that you've accumulated over the years, and you may have
Yeah.
handfuls of favorite tools from those as well that you still use in your practice. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so they work well with all, really weaving in beautifully.
Yeah. And before we end today, we want to share just a couple more things. We're going to share about those of you who have been through these classes, again, how to join us for the new classes. But before we do that, we just want to share some bonuses, because we have one bonus, and we'll talk more about this all tomorrow as well. But we have one bonus that is basically an early bonus. It is good for just 1 week. If you register by next Tuesday, August 5th, you will get this bonus. You will not see this on the registration page. Oftentimes we don't put those fast action bonuses on there because they disappear so quickly. We may get this one on there, but that bonus is some healing recordings. This is a certification class that we're offering here, but so many people just love to receive our healing, just like from the master classes, right? So there are 5 healing recordings that are focused on going deeper with the patterns that we're working with of survival, adrenal fatigue, and overwhelm. These healing recordings are also going to really be supportive for detoxification. And we're going to be using some tools from our recent Sacred Light Level 5 class, which focused on 2 series that focused on emotional imprint series. We're going to be using the tools from that series and from our deep survival and detox series to create 5 really powerful healing recordings that you'll get as a bonus. The emotional imprint series really focused on bringing in harmony with our body systems. Each tool in the series addresses emotional patterns that are deeply imprinted within us. And by clearing these unresolved emotional frequencies, many of these we've accumulated through lifetimes of repression, trauma, suppression, and conditioning. We're able to free the body to return to its natural state of vitality, flow, and peace. The tools in this series that we'll be using for these recordings include the heart harmonizer, lung liberation, thyroid truth activator, adrenal restoration, pancreatic joy activator, and gallbladder courage activator. And then we're also using tools from our deep survival and detox series, designed to clear the deepest layers of emotional, spiritual, and survival-based trauma held within the body. These tools focus on the systems that hold, process, and purge density not just physically, but energetically and ancestrally, to support us in the trauma of long-term survival mode, what we're working with today, cellular collapse, fragmentation, energetic depletion, burnout and inherited dysfunction, suppressed power, unexpressed truth, and emotional toxicity, identity loss, boundary violation, and soul disconnection. The tools that we'll be working with for the recordings are they include deep survival and renal reset, liver and emotional detox and power reset, lymphatic liberation, bone deep strength and structure, muscular release and power reclamation, digestive power and emotional trust, sovereign blood detox tool, integumentary and emotional detox and boundary healing, and the limbic system reset. So we'll be using all of these tools, creating 5 really powerful healing recordings for you to return to over and over and over again, really working with that survival, trauma, overwhelm, adrenal fatigue, burnout, fear. So that is a bonus that everyone who registers, who has already registered or who registers by August 5th will receive that, whether you're registering for level 1 or level 2 or the bundle. And then the other 2 bonuses are everyone who is joining us for these classes are going to receive all 9 healing recordings from the series, the 9-part series, really powerful series that we just wrapped up called The Mountain is Calling. 9 really powerful healings. Everyone is receiving those that join us for either one of these levels.
All right. You
And
shared
then
a lot. What
I know.
have we missed anything?
There's just one more bonus if you want to talk about it. We can share that for tomorrow too, but we just like to let you guys know about the bonuses up front. There's the environments bonus as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're really excited about that. So it's just a class, a mini training course where we will be passing on some sort of pre-created, if you will, what we're calling kind of healing environments, so that you can use for different sort of aspects or parts of your work as healers, to support you, whether it's on the more physical level, emotional, mental. So we're really excited to bring these to you. I don't know if we have more details about that here.
Yeah, there's we're sharing a lot here today, but there's so much more on the registration
Yeah.
pages. You can see all the details of those, and we'll share that in the replay email with all those links.
Yeah,
So if you're feeling called to this, you can take a look at that.
definitely. And did you cover how, if you're new to this work, how level 1 is your entry point? I'm not sure if we talked
I
about.
did, yeah. But yeah,
Okay,
level 1 is the prereq for level 2. You have to come through level 1 first.
good. Okay, excellent. Does anybody have any questions about these courses? Um, are they a good fit for you? Anything that you might have on your mind that we could answer? And then,
Yeah, Karina, we didn't talk about for the alumni. So there's, if you have taken level 1 or level 2, the expansion last year, if you've just taken level 1 and you just want to come back through level 1, that retake fee is just $147. You'll get a new manual, all the new teachings. I think we're even giving a couple of new tools in level 1. That's for retaking level 1. If you took the expansion last year, and you want to get there's at least 15 new technologies that we're passing on in level 2. It's $744 to take that class, and that includes the retake for level 1. So if you are an alumni of those classes, watch your email, because we'll be sending out all that information and the links that you need. You can also email hello@co-creatingmiracle.com if you want those links. You're welcome, you guys.
yeah, good. Perfect. And then, you know, as you are kind of sitting with all this information, you're going to have another opportunity to ask us questions tomorrow. So maybe write anything down that comes up into your mind. And you can always ask us when we see you tomorrow as well, because we'll make sure we have a little Q&A time at the end of our call again as well.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, everybody. Well, I think that might be a wrap for day one of how to align with the endless bounty of the universe. So,
All right. So take care of yourself tonight. Drink a lot of water. Be gentle with yourself. And we will see you tomorrow for another beautiful call.